Hello and welcome to the St. Croix River crossing. Well, this would be the winter edition. Behind me is beautiful, picturesque Stillwater, Minnesota, and this is the winter of 2014 as progress on a bridge to the future continues. What you're looking at is the St. Croix Bridge, a bridge built in the 1930s, still open to traffic, but not for long, because soon in 2016, that bridge will be turned into a pedestrian-only bridge with walking footpaths and also bike paths going from Minnesota on this side to Wisconsin on the other. So come join me as we go and explore together a bridge to the future, the St. Croix River Crossing Project, and this is winter of 2014. Shall we? We shall. Out with the old and in with the new, as they say. What you're looking at is the city of Stillwater through Sunnyside Marina and the St. Croix River. And here are the new pilings going into the frozen St. Croix River. Well, as you can plainly see, the building changes quite a bit in the winter because the ground is frozen and it's a lot harder to do a lot of stuff. They finished up the piling work in the St. Croix River this fall. Then they're going to start building on the Wisconsin side, which is across the St. Croix River, and they're putting in these pilings on this side, which is the Minnesota side, on the land side, while the windows are closed because it's so cold. And the windows are closed, and that's when the drilling and piling is done. Now it'll all be completed come the spring, and this will be one of the last opportunities you'll be able to look at the St. Croix River just like this, because as of the spring of 2014, that's when the superstructure begins to take shape. And then the bridge built in the 1930s, which is the St. Croix Lift Bridge now, will go to being a pedestrian-only bridge. I'm a cyclist, so that should be a lot of fun. All right, well, come join with me as we continue on our journey on a bridge to the future, shall we? We shall. Well, it should be noted while I'm recording this here today, this is middle of winter 2014, and we're in a polar vortex, so it is very, very icy cold. Minus 50 degrees in Minnesota just alone. Anyways, let me explain to you, they got quite an interesting process about these pilings and how they put them in the water. It is a process known as a Cofferdam. What they do is they build a big structure in the water, and then they go and they pump out all the water, and so the workmen can work like they're working on dry land at the bottom of the riverbed. Then they have to dig out all the mud and get down to the bedrock, and then they can put the pilings in. Now right behind me here is an example of what that actually is, a cofferdam, because they're putting the pilings into the land portion right at the river. So let's take a quick look and see what it looks like. As I said before, they build this gigantic structure into the river itself. Then they pump out all of the water. So the workmen actually work down below there, many, many feet into the water, but it is actually functioning like dry land. And of course, we've got these big gigantic cranes and equipment that are also out there with them to aid. It is called Cofferdam, and you can see this process demonstrated quite good online. Look up Cofferdam, look up river pilings, or St. Croix River Crossing.com. Well, maybe they'll get a more permanent sign in someday. Of course, this is 2014, Beach Road and 60th Street North. And as you can see, the superstructure of the bridge has not even been built yet. In fact, they have just kind of made the roads here on the Minnesota side. This is the brand new Beach Road Bridge, which is spanning over what used to be the gravel pits here in Stillwater, Minnesota. This is looking westward on Highway 36. We are now going east on Highway 36, which is out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. This will be a one-way going east. As of now, it is a two-way because the other highway is still under construction which will be the west side. This is now the east side. What you're looking at now is the Beach Road Bridge coming up. The former Beach Road Bridge was over there to the left, and Highway 36, the old one to Stillwater, has now been completely and totally filled in. And as you can see, this is still very much a build site. This is where the superstructure of the bridge will be, spanning across the St. Croix River. And it is now just a build site. We are now coming up to Highway 95. To the right you go to Bayport, to the left you go to Stillwater. Straight ahead where the cranes are, as you can plainly see, that is where the superstructure will be, and that will be where you can join and get onto the brand new bridge going into Wisconsin. But as of now, as of this, the superstructure is not there. What you're looking at there is where the bridge will be coming across. Founded in 1843, some say that Stillwater, Minnesota in the United States of America is the birthplace of Minnesota in the US of A. Yes, come join me as we're going along and watching the progress of the River Bridge to the Future, titled the St. Croix River Crossing. Yes, you can go online to stcroixrivercrossing.gov and see the progress and overhead aerial shots. So come explore with me as we go all over Stillwater and explore the bridge to the future. Shall we? We shall. Another vantage point from the St. Croix River. This time we are on the Wisconsin side. And as you can plainly see, this is where the St. Croix River Crossing Bridge will be built to. They are just barely getting started right now. In fact, this is where the superstructure will be. Well, we've come over to the Wisconsin side, which is the bluffs of the St. Croix River on a beautiful, crisp winter day. Here we are on the Wisconsin side. This is where the superstructure of the St. Croix River Crossing is going to come across. And what you're looking at is basically they have started building just the initial stages. They're not far along like we are over in Minnesota, where they've already built the freeway and highway system and it's already blueprinted. No, that is going to come up later on in a few months when the weather warms up in 2014 in the spring, and they're going to build right into a cornfield. The bridge is going to come across the river. The superstructure, that's where it is going to be. It's going to be right over there. And so it's pretty interesting to see this, what it looks like now in such pristine condition. If you're in Minnesota or Wisconsin, you should really come to the bluffs on a beautiful day like today, or go ice fishing, that's what we do here, or go snowmobiling on the river. Quite fun. So let's continue our journey on the bridge to the future, shall we? We shall. This is where the St. Croix River Crossing Bridge will be coming into. This is what it looks like today, which is winter of 2014. But as of spring of 2014, they're going to come in with the big guns, plow everything out, and then we're going right into this field with a modern freeway. If you look closely, you can see the mixture of the old and the new. Here's the lift bridge built in the 1930s, and behind it are the pilings for the brand new St. Croix River Crossing. Well, we in Stillwater, Minnesota in the USA here have to enjoy this unencumbered view because very soon it is going to be two bridges. It is going to be the 1930s era lift bridge and the modern superstructure. So this will be the last winter that we can actually enjoy this gorgeous view. Once again, thank you so much for coming and enjoying with me the bridges to the future, the bridges to the past. Yes, we've got the lift bridge, as you can plainly see here in the background, built in the 1930s, still accommodating the riverboats and a gondola here in Stillwater, Minnesota. And of course, behind it, now you can see the pilings that have been drilled into the river and into the frozen St. Croix River as we're recording this in winter of 2014, but not for long, because very soon in the spring of 2014, they're going to start building the superstructure over the river, and it should be quite exciting. So check with me again for future installments as we continue the Stillwater Bridge to the Future. Check for future installments, or you can go to a website, stcroixrivercrossing.com, where they have an animated aerial view of the brand new bridge and all the trimmings, bicycle paths, nature hikes, everything coming up with it. So come join me and we'll go explore that together. Got future installments coming as they happen. Bye for now.